And they say that, you'll get this, they'll tag you, they'll share it with all their followers. You get lots of exposure and you can grow your influencer career. And it often at a first glance does look like these brands have tons of followers. But in my experience, when you look at the engagement on these posts, you have 50,000 followers, you're getting like 4 likes. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren. I'm the film student extraordinaire. And I am tired. Tired because I didn't sleep that much recently, and also tired of Instagram scammer bots. That's what we're talking about today. Stay tuned.
I was kissing you with my eyes open, but you said keep them closed and be in the moment.
Before we dive into the video, be sure to like the video as you're watching it. If you like it, comment down below as we're watching. And of course, if you're feeling so inclined, don't forget to subscribe because we're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. If you don't use Instagram, then you may not really understand this video. Well, you should understand it, but it won't maybe resonate with you. But if you've used Instagram at all, I'm sure you have gotten a comment at one point in your life that says, DM to collab, heart. Or maybe it says like, we love your style, DM us, something like that. And then you'll click on this account or the DM, and usually it's not the official brand. It'll be like Vincent Wears 2. And then you'll be like, what? You message them being like, hey, you commented on my post, question mark. I'm like, oh my God, yes, we love your look. We'd love for you to become a brand ambassador. Are you interested? And they'll probably have another emoji. And you'll be like, oh my God, yes, I would love to be a brand ambassador. I'm like, great, so you get something for free. And you're like, oh, nice. But then they'll be like, but you have to pay shipping. And of course, the shipping's like 20 bucks. And it's like, is this product worth 20 bucks that I'm getting from you? Or they'll give you a discount code, but you still have to pay to get the product. And they say that, you'll get this, they'll tag you, they'll share it with all their followers. You get lots of exposure and you can grow your influencer career. And it often at a first glance does look like these brands have tons of followers. But in my experience, when you look at the engagement on these posts, you have 50,000 followers, you're getting like 4 likes. Something is fishy. I believe it is a scam in the sense that you're being duped into thinking you're going to become a brand ambassador for something legitimate when it's probably like a very low level, non-reputable company. But technically, drop shipping, if they're marking up a price and then asking if you'd want an affiliate link, but you have to pay for it, like that's technically not illegal, especially if there's no contracts or anything and it's all kind of vague implications and connotations of words. I think it's still like scummy to do, but it's not technically illegal or a scam. And everything I'm going to say in this video, my opinions, I do have some articles that have some sources that you can look at as well. But, don't sue me, little brands. Thanks. Time for the notes app. So this really all started with the rise of influencer culture and the dream job of being an influencer. An influencer didn't used to exist. People have always influenced others. I mean, there's the whole Victorian era after Queen Victoria. But it wasn't like a job per se until now, where people show off their lifestyles, you connect with them, and there's a lot of parasocial relationships here. You trust what they say, you trust what they have to sell. So if they're working with a brand, you consider them. Now, I have gotten a couple things from influencers that I follow that I, want to support. Not a lot of things. I got a nail set from Ready to Glare, and I have gotten a mega palette that was kind of like sponsor pitched by, oh my God, Stephanie Lang. Yeah. And I think that's it actually but I have considered like a ton of stuff that an influencer has like kind of pitched to me, especially if I like them and I want to support them. And it seems like an amazing thing to do, like to get, to some degree of social media fame or people are reaching out to you and you seem cool. I have worked with actual brands as part of a program that is going to come up again later. I know I keep saying later, but I'm following the order of my video. And I've also gotten messages from these people, and I have bought 2 items. I got a dress from a company like this, and I got a bracelet. And I will get into that. Was it a little embarrassing? It's a little embarrassing now in the sense that, you know, obviously it wasn't a brand ambassador and I was kind of duped in that sense, but I liked the product and I have worn the dress and I have worn the bracelet. And I did get, like, I thought the price was decent since I got like a discount. Like, at this point, it's not really worth stressing over. That was a few years ago when I was young and dumb. Not that I'm not young and dumb now, but I was younger and dumber then. So I wouldn't do that now. But it's just super easy for people to fall prey on, you know, people like that. And that was early on when I had this, like, not a delusion, because I knew I was never going to get, like, huge on anything. But I was just starting to, like, be really serious about, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have an Instagram aesthetic and I'm going to be uploading videos to YouTube before I really kind of got a groove and found a voice in what I wanted to talk about. So I was kind of like desperate to kind of get my foot down and like grounded somewhere. And, you know, finally I caved to one of these posts, right? So that's what it is. And was it dumb? Yes, it was dumb. But I feel pretty lucky that I wasn't like seriously scammed ever in my life. Like, that was it. And I still got a product, but it's still a whole scam. Like, it's a false premise, and it's just gotten worse. Like, it has gotten so much worse over the past several years, since I like bought something freshman year of like over the summer. Like, it was literally when I was 18. Now I'm 21, and you know, but it's gotten worse. So that's why I want to make this video. Let's just get into some situations. Also, sources for these points linked down below as always. With those DM to collab comments, a reputable brand will always reach out to you directly, either via message if they don't have your email and ask for your email, or they will email you if you have your contact info breached. You would maybe reach out for certain applications, but usually they're kind of already screened and filtered through things, or they're from the company's legitimate website and you would trust the brand. For example, I have applied to do like the Express You partner a few times. I have never gotten it, which is okay, the campus partner. But that you kind of like sign up for on their website, and then there's an email and they like check certain ranks, engagements, and yes, you are applying for that position, but it's through a like Express, which is a very well-known brand, and they're asking for your engagement. They're asking for your statistics, so they're obviously legitimately looking at you. And also, I never got it, so obviously they're looking for something that I do not have. I have been reached out through a program as well. I'm a Campus Trendsetter with Her Campus Media. Sometimes I get certain products that I will talk about on my Instagram at lauren.schwartzbart. And I also have worked with an app called Collaborate. I did a solowood flower video on this channel like a year ago, maybe more than that. And I've done a couple other products where you kind of reach out to brands and they can see your information and your reach and statistics and everything. And that's how you know it's more legitimate, when they're asking for this kind of information. Because why would a brand send you free products if you don't actually have any kind of engagement, reach, or plan? Because then they are wasting money. Now, I didn't really realize this when I was younger, but if the brand's reaching out to you, like, they just want you to become basically a customer by paying for the good, thinking that you're going to be a brand ambassador. Very rude of them. Then, of course, you can also get DMs that say to message another account. Basically, they're a bot account. And they have all these bot accounts because if they were messaging with their main account, that would get shut down very quickly. And because they're trying to seem to be a reputable brand, they don't do that. And that's when you can see that sometimes, you know, these pages will have tons of followers, a couple posts that may or may not be good quality, and no engagement, like, whatsoever. The websites might look official, but a lot of them are probably all Shopify sites, and not that Shopify is always bad, but there can be a lot of drop shippers involved where they're getting products from, you know, like AliExpress or Wish for incredibly cheap, like dirt price cheap, and then like way marking it up to sell to you, the unsuspecting customer, who actually thinks they're going to become a brand ambassador with a commission affiliate link. But like, who are you reaching to with these links to get any money? Probably nobody. So a good way to check, maybe if you like really trust the brand, is to try to look up the product, either typing the name in or using like Google reverse image search, and see if the product is being sold for a lot cheaper elsewhere. And then that's kind of a good way to see if this is legitimate or not. Now, there are some actually small companies that may legitimately reach out to you, but I feel like it is it is, I think, obvious when there's like a real person messaging you and actually listening to what you have to say, and then kind of like more generic responses. And a good idea is to always ask to take things to email. Any legitimate business will have a business email that you can work with, and then you can have something in like writing, ideally a contract if you could be a brand ambassador or something. And that way, you know, everything's kind of specified, laid out there, so you have some kind of legal grounds of protection in case something happens. And if they say, oh, we don't have an email or we only work in the DMs, it's obviously not official, because no official business only runs in the DMs. They may often work in the DMs for quick questions, but they should have an email basis for you to talk to. Or if there's an issue, like maybe they'll send you to customer service, or if they actually have a legitimate ambassador program, they should have like a whole email kind of system for brand ambassadors and examples and what they're looking for. For example, a few years ago, I applied for like a pink campus rep. I made it past the first round, did not make it further than that, which is honestly fine, but at the time I was a little bummed. But there was like a specific email, there was a whole thing, you kind of did an example, you made like a mood board. It was a whole legitimate process, and you could ask this person for questions via email. It wasn't just like DMing pink, like the pink Instagram, because that's incredibly sus. Also, as a last little note to put on this video, if you're legitimately getting a product from a company as a brand ambassador and it was free, you didn't have to pay for it, but you did not get paid, you would always, you see that hashtag gifted. Or if you're getting paid, it's hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored to follow with the FTC guidelines on Instagram. So if they're not making sure you're following these guidelines, it's because they don't need to, because it's not gifted, you're paid for it. And you're not advertising for them because you're not getting paid by them. You bought the product and you're just promoting it yourself, which is not the same thing as a paid advertisement. So these are just some little things to take note of before you think your influencer dreams are coming true. There are legitimate resources to find collaborations, even with really small engagements and like small, well, not necessarily small engagements, but small platforms. But those DM to collab and random message requests, they ain't it. I hope this was an informative video. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if this has ever happened to you, what you've done. Have you ever bought a product? Have you not bought a product? And of course, remember to subscribe, and I will see you next time.